in Pittsburgh. Motion maker, record breaker. 6 on my chest like an LA Laker. Black belt MC, call me master. 6 on the beat. Extra style, extra flow. Swift for sale, like 5 below.
Yeah, in the club now like I'm Biddy. Counting these notes like a MIDI. Laugh to the bank, hit the gritty. Go and tell your mom that she really, really pretty. Yo, I called up your grandma. Said this the new age nostalgia. She said that last night she called ya. Said JVB is the future.
Palace backpack, Nike snapback. Break truck, stop playing hack sack. All gas, whole lot of motion. Headbang, whiplash, past the moat train.
Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Okay,
Ball at
ready?
the 23, 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hurt. Ready, ready.
Once again, Judkins. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hey, smash Broncos. Let's go.
Now Sanders. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 8.
Ready. 60 even, 60.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Manning hits him in stride. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. His first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down, right back to Judkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Browns at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Daniil Hunter. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hey, smash Bronco!
To throw now, here's Sanders. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that.
It seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sideline.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And they're on 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. And I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here we go. Set. 65. Crack all 80.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Hurt. Hurt. Right there. Right there. Hurt. Ready, ready.
Here's Sanders. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Ready.
Throwing, Sanders. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try it now with Jenkins. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready, set.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Packer 60. Cowboy 80.
Sanders to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Check. Hurt. Hurt. Go check. Go check.
Play action. It's Sanders. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Open man, that's Bond. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw is Sanders. Under pressure, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline, it's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And they'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
2nd and a couple.
Come on, come on.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Got an open man. That's David the Joker, the tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Check, Panther. Panther Street. Panther Street.
Sanders. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Dragon 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Back to throw again. And the Ravens pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Let's go now.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Second down in the yard. Looking to throw. Ball. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And bulldozing his way through. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So now the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. First and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw. Ball. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while we're not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
Browns nothing.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here's they begin their first series of the second half. If they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Tag 60 Maverick. Cowboy 80.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Operating from the gun. Ball. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
From the 31, here's a second down and 4.
Get it. Viking 18. Mustang 19. Go.
They go play action now. Sanders. He gets this into the hands of Jenkins. That one a first down pickup of 8. It was pretty evident in reading everything, hearing these guys talk, that this was a deal they wanted to get done. They know how valuable he is to this team.
Absolutely a key component to what they do and what they do well. And if they want to continue to have success in the future, they knew they needed him, and they got the deal done.
Ready. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Tracking 60. Ready.
Sanders once more. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain. Or make.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Ball. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here we go. Shot, go.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Ready.
They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Ready.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are pouring it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Set up. Let go.
An inside run with Jenkins. Room here to run. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
That is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against it, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Sanders. And that'll be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check that. Street. Ready. Ready, ready.
On play action, here's Shadur. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Cougar 19. Buffalo 18.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Here we go, here we go. Go.
Judkins is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to throw. Sanders. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
60 Eagles, 60. Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Panther Street, Panther Street.
On 3rd and goal, Sanders. And incomplete. They try to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Go check. Viking 18.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you don't run the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Looking to throw. Ball. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to throw. Ball. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Looking to throw. Ball. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. And that has to drive a coach crazy.
Quick throw here, that's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. That's exactly what he got done there.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a 1st down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. Back to throw. Ball. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will have the Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter.
Come on. 65 check.
Off play action. Ball. And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
18, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 7.
Operating from the gun. Ball. This will be caught at about the 5. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. That's caught at the 3. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Ready, set. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, ready. 68. Ready, ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
Maybe get any type of points on the board. It'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Warriors 70, 70, go.
Throwing to start the drive. Ball. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter with the scoreboard.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite